What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. And tonight we're gonna talk about NLMB out of Chicago, the East Side. Let's get right into it. Chicago has changed the culture in music and the streets all around the world, even having drill music in the UK now. But with the drill movement came a lot of pain and suffering from all parties involved. Tonight we will be taking it to the East Side of Chicago to talk about NLMB, short for No Limit Muskegon Boys or Never Leave My Brothers. NLMB is a set of mostly Stones and a few members of other gangs. A lot of people talk about the South Side of Chicago, but sources tell me the East Side is just as wild. Terrortown is the name of the hood where NLMB resides. The squad now has famous rappers such as G.Herbo and Bibby, but let's take it back to when they were all in the hood and called Lil Herb and Bibby. When the Chicago drill scene emerged, every gang in the city wanted to talk about their ops and how much work they was putting in the streets. Herbo explained his upbringing as crazy, a lot of hustling on the east side with violence to match, and NLMB was right in the heart of it, being called Terrortown for everything that goes on in their hood. By the time members from NLMB became teens, the violence in their hood from the older guys would trickle down to the new generation. Like most gangs in Chicago, No Limit had ops, including the Lakeside GDs and Black Mob. When the squads was younger, it was mostly fighting and going to each other's hoods just to show dominance. But No Limit would start taking losses in the street. If you listen to G.Herbo, you will hear the names of his fallen brothers in his music, which also led to NLMB renaming a hood and blocks a few different names. Fazo Land, Rock Block, just to name a few. NLMB G Fazo was a young man from NLMB that unfortunately lost his life in the Chicago streets. Rock was also hit, Kobe and many others. Around about the time the squad started using rap for their way out, the street beef was heating up. Bibby and Herb was the talented rappers from NLMB and put on for their gang. As the rappers were rapping, the shooters were shooting, and which gives the squad something to rap about. When the song How We Move came out with Chicago rapper King Louis from Mubu, it took Herb and Bibby to the next level, having labels looking at Chicago, and the two were quickly picked up, but they guys were still in the trenches. One of their homies who eventually signed the Glow Gang was Capo, who grew up with NLMB but also had ties to Chief Keef and the south side of the city. Capo would unfortunately lose his life while visiting on the east side and in NLMB hood when a car pulled up and let off shots, which left the gang hurt. But in the Chicago streets, you cry hard but not long. It's an eye for an eye. As Herb and Bibby blew up, their ops jumped into the rap game as well. KTS, short for Kill to Survive, also from the east side, were a squad from Lakeside and were GDs, or Gangster Disciples. KTS would have rappers pop up such as KTS Vaughn or KTS Drake, who were blood brothers. KTS let it be known their hate for NLMB, being that in the streets, both sides lost a lot of guys. KTS Vaughn, a young hothead, has videos on the internet going to the hood of NLMB with his guys to try to expose them, or alleging they weren't active in their hood. Vaughn was actually a decent rapper and picking up steam, but unfortunately, he would lose his life in the Chicago streets. So much was going on the east side. Another rapper from Black Mob by the name of Shooter Shells was also a known op to NLMB and would drop a viral song called Death of 150, another name for NLMB 150 Dream Team. In the song, Shells dissed a lot of fallen NLMB members before unfortunately losing his life as well. But No Limit also had situations. In one case, one member that goes by the name of No Limit Wet 'em Up would lose his father to gun violence and allegedly took matters into his own hands. He was booked for allegedly a quadruple shooting in which young men lost their lives. Even though the hood had famous rappers, the beef was still very active. Another member from NLMB, Mad Max, would be hit while trying to get away from his attacker. He would actually survive the initial incident, but succumbed to his injuries a month later. No Limit was losing key members. EBK Juvie, another No Limit rapper, was in and out of jail fighting bodies as well. Through the storm, NLMB is still standing tall. Herb and Bibby are successful and look out for their hood. Bibby has a label and Juice WRLD was actually signed to him. Lil Greg, another NLMB associate, was just a recent person that got hit up and lost his life in the Chicago streets. Through the success, you can still hear the pain in the music, with Herb saying ballin' like Kobe, showing love to his homie, or G.Herbo's on his feet, or screaming rock block. No amount of money can heal the pain the young men went through in their time, Terrortown. But we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, salute to Bibby, Herb, you feel me? Like, I've been watching their progress for a few years now, and like, they actually grew a lot, especially Herb. Bibby too, you feel me? Bibby got his own label. Like I said, he had Juice WRLD signed to him. You know, Juice WRLD unfortunately passed away, but you know, he was a talented artist. He was like one of the biggest things that came from Chicago since Kanye, you know what I mean? And I like Herb because he put his pain in his music. Like, PTSD was a decent soundtrack, and it let people know the trauma that people go through growing up in these environments. It ain't all shoot 'em up, bang, bang. A lot of dudes trying to cover up their pain and hurt of losing people and losing individuals. You know what I mean? Like I said, he always scream out his guys in his music. He always put on for his hood and his guys. But it's like, you can't take everybody with you. I know he wish he could, you know what I mean? And Bibby, he kind of just do his own thing, drop music, you feel me? Like I said, he went back to college, but it seemed like he more focused on, you know, doing his label thing and people pitting people on that way. But a lot of they guys rap as well, and a lot of them catching steam. And like I said, they got ops. Everybody in Chicago got ops. So there's a lot of young men that lost their life on both sides, you feel me? So on all sides, you know what I mean? Like I said, KTS Vaughn, he was actually hot, you feel me? And Shooter Shells. But when you come out dropping songs, dissing like 50 people that lost their life, you feel me? It's like you put that target on your back and it's hard to come back from that. But yeah, man, be sure to like, comment, share this video. This another episode of Hood Tales. This the NLMB story. Yeah, man, y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button. I'm out, fam.